We're now going to work on rearranging layers. The order in which the layers of an image are organized is called the stacking order. Stacking order determines how the image is viewed. You can change the order to make certain parts of the image appear in front of or behind other layers. We're going to rearrange the layers so that the beach image is in front of another image that's currently hidden in the file. So let's make everything visible here. And if you'll notice, we did the stroke on the beach layer, and I forgot to point this out, but anytime you've made some kind of effect on there, it shows up in this layers. So right now you can't really see the beach. And here's a tip for you. When you want to hide or show a continuous series of layers, you can also drag through their eye icons in the show hide visibility column instead of clicking each icon separately. I clicked them separately, but you can drag and do that. If you want to try that, you can. So since the beach image is almost entirely blocked by other images, we're going to fix that. In the layers panel, we're going to click on the beach layer and we're going to drag it up so that it's positioned between the pineapple and flower layers. As you drag, a blue line indicates where it will be dropped, and then release the mouse button. So between the pineapple and flowers, so left click and drag, and you see the blue line right there. That blue line means it's going right there. So it's now between pineapple and flower, and you can see it. So the beach layer moved up one level, and the beach image appears on top of the pineapple, the background images, but under the postmark, flower, and the word Hawaii. You can also control the stacking order of layer images by selecting them in the layers panel, choosing layer arrange, and then choosing bring to front, bring forward, send backward, or send to back. We're now going to change the opacity of a layer. You can reduce the opacity of any layer to reveal the layers below it. In this case, the postmark is too dark on the flower. You'll edit the opacity of the postage layer to let the flower and other images show through. See how this is really dark here? So click on your postage layer, then click the arrow next to the opacity field right here. And we're going to drag this down to 25%, or you can click there and type 25. Press enter. Either one. The postage layer becomes partially transparent. You see how that is much different than it used to be? And you can better see the layers underneath. Notice that the change in opacity affected only the content of the postage layer. The pineapple, beach, flower, and Hawaii layers remain opaque. This would be a great time to choose File and then save your work. We are now going to work on duplicating a layer and changing the blending mode. You can apply different blending modes to a layer. Blending modes affect how the color pixels on one layer blend with pixels on the layers behind it. First, you'll use blending modes to increase the intensity of the image on the pineapple layer so it doesn't look so dull. Then you're going to change the blending mode on the postage layer. Currently, the blending modes for both layers is normal. If you want to know where your blending mode is, it's right here, right above your layers, and there's your different options. All right. So let's click the eye icons next to Hawaii, flower, and beach. Hawaii, flower, and beach to hide them. Right click the pineapple name. Make sure that you click the name and not the layer. And we're going to choose duplicate layer from the context menu right there. Click OK in the duplicate name dialog box, and you see that we have a layer called pineapple copy. With the pineapple copy layer selected, so you want that layer to be selected, we're going to choose overlay from the blending modes. So go right here to the blending modes, select overlay. Notice that the image changes as you move the mouse over the options in the blending modes menu. This is a quick way to preview which one you'll want to use. So what it's talking about here is as you move the mouse, you can see that it's making changes, or it's showing you a preview of what you're doing. All right, so we have an overlay applied to that. The overlay blending mode blends the pineapple copy layer with the pineapple layer beneath it to create a vibrant, more colorful pineapple with deeper shadows and brighter highlights. Select the postage layer, and we're going to choose multiply from the blending modes menu. Multiply. As the list of layers becomes longer, it can be difficult to locate the layer you want. You can use the filter field at the top of the layers panel to limit the layer list by attributes such as layer kind, layer name, layer effect, and more. So with the multiply blending mode, multiplies the color values of its layer with those underlying layers. In this example, areas of the postmark that are over the pineapple are darkened using the tonal values of the pineapple. Each blending mode uses different math to combine a layer with the layers behind it. Overlay tends to increase contrast. Multiply tends to darken its layer. So let me ask you this. We talked about this a little bit ago. Which option should you choose if you want to change the stacking order of a selected layer from being the third layer to being second? Would it be send backward, send to back, bring forward, or bring to front? The correct answer, bring forward.